Building a billion-dollar company is not about talent. It's not about working longer hours. And it's definitely not about getting lucky once. In the United States, nearly half of all businesses fail within 5 years. Less than 5% ever cross $1 million in revenue, and fewer than 1 in 10,000 will ever reach $1 billion. So if the odds are that low, the path can't be random. It has to be structural. When you study the companies that actually made it, a clear pattern appears. They all solve the same challenges in the same order. This video breaks down those challenges. Not motivation, not hype. Just the logic behind how billion-dollar companies are actually built. Challenge 1. Solving a billion-dollar problem. The first mistake most founders make is starting too small. They build businesses designed to survive, not to scale. Local services, niche conveniences, incremental improvements. Those can make money, but they can't create billion-dollar outcomes. Every billion-dollar company started by attacking a problem that already affected millions of people globally. Transportation inefficiency, housing scarcity, retail friction, payments complexity, media distribution. The key insight is simple. If the problem is small, the ceiling is small. You don't build a billion-dollar company by optimizing comfort. You build it by removing friction at massive scale. Until the problem itself is worth billions, nothing else matters. Challenge 2. Creating a category-defining product. Seeing a big problem isn't rare. Solving it properly is. Most companies build better versions of what already exists. That's not enough. Billion-dollar companies redefine expectations. They don't compete inside categories. They reset the category. This doesn't mean inventing something completely new. It means changing how people experience the solution. Faster, simpler, more intuitive. So much better that switching back feels impossible. If your product can be compared feature by feature, you're replaceable. If it changes behavior, you're dominant. A category-defining product turns adoption into momentum. Challenge 3. Building scalable distribution. A great product without distribution is just a prototype. Billion-dollar companies don't win because they're better. They win because they're everywhere. Distribution is how value moves. Logistics, platforms, algorithms, networks, systems that deliver the product repeatedly without collapsing. This is where many companies stall. They rely on founder energy instead of infrastructure. If growth requires proportional effort, scale dies. Distribution must grow faster than cost. Otherwise, success turns into bottleneck. At scale, distribution is the business. Challenge 4. Designing culture that makes decisions for you. Eventually, founders hit a limit. They can't approve everything. They can't see everything. They can't be everywhere. At this point, culture replaces control. Culture is not perks or slogans. It's a decision framework. It defines what gets prioritized, what gets tolerated, what gets rejected. Strong culture allows thousands of people to make aligned decisions without permission. Weak culture requires constant intervention and breaks under scale. Billion-dollar companies operate on principles, not supervision. Challenge 5. Operational excellence. Growth magnifies everything, including mistakes. A missed email becomes a missed shipment. A small bug becomes a system failure. A loose process becomes legal exposure. Operational excellence is how companies survive their own success. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. Clear processes, repeatable execution, predictable outcomes. At scale, discipline beats brilliance. Companies that ignore operations don't fail dramatically. They bleed slowly. Challenge 6. Building a competitive moat. Once you prove something works, others copy it. Features are copied. Prices are undercut. Marketing is matched. A moat is what prevents erosion. It can be distribution depth, switching costs, data advantage, ecosystem lock-in, operational superiority. The purpose of a moat is simple. Once you win a customer, you keep them. Growth without retention is just churn with marketing. Billion-dollar companies expand and don't shrink. Challenge 7. Creating an iconic brand. At scale, products blur together. Brand is what remains when features disappear. Strong brands reduce friction. They shortcut trust. They justify premium pricing. People don't buy products. They buy signals, safety, reliability, status, simplicity, belonging. An iconic brand turns customers into repeat buyers and competitors into noise. Challenge 8. Becoming infrastructure. The final stage is invisibility. The company stops feeling optional. It becomes embedded in workflows, systems, and daily life. Removing it would break things. At this level, governments depend on it. Enterprises integrate it. Consumers assume it exists. This is where businesses stop being disrupted and start shaping the environment itself. This is not popularity. It's dependency. Billion-dollar companies are not built by intensity. They're built by sequence. Each challenge unlocks the next. Skip one, and scale breaks. The question isn't whether you work hard. It's whether you're solving the right problems in the right order. That's the difference between building a business and building something that lasts.